Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Miss K and I'm here with another real estate video. This time around, I'm here speaking about mortgages in Ghana. How you can acquire a mortgage in Ghana to buy a home, because I know most of you have been asking questions, and today I have somebody who is going to answer all the questions. He's right here, but he's behind my camera, so I'm just going to ask him on your behalf, and then he will give us the answers. If you have further questions, just put them in the comment section, and of course we'll bring him back on the channel after to answer them officially, if I can say that. Welcome to my channel, sir.
Thank you.
So when it comes to Ghana, you know, there are lots of properties that we have seen recently where people are asking, oh, I'm interested in buying this property. Can I get a mortgage to buy? But it looks like people do not have the information of how to get a mortgage or acquire a mortgage in Ghana here. So I don't know if you can walk us through the process of acquiring a mortgage in Ghana.
Okay, thank you very much. I know mortgages in Ghana have actually been something that people have little knowledge about in Ghana, but mortgage has been in existence for some time, and just that it is now that most banks are actually coming up. I mean, both banks are now coming up with a mortgage in Ghana. So, with you trying to acquire a property in Ghana, you just need to identify a developer or property owner. You approach them, you have offer letter. So you come to the bank that, oh, I have this offer from Bijou Home or Deltraco or Trasaco going for, let's say, 150,000. So we, the bank FMB, we are able to give you up to 80% of that price. We're able to give you up to 80% depending on your income and your age.
Okay.
If you're a Ghanaian, we are able to go 5 to 20 years in terms of ages. A Ghanaian in the diaspora, a Ghanaian living in the UK or US, you're still going for 20 or 5 to 20 years. You know, their retirement age is different from the retirement age in Ghana. They go for at least 65 years, and Ghana is 60 years. So when you're 40 or 20 years more. So if you are a salary worker, we require your 3-month bank statement and payslip to be able to check affordability and see how much you qualify for. And if you are self-employed, your business has to be at least 3 years, and then we need audited account of the business, and then 3 years bank statements of the business. So that is the way we'll be able to ascertain how much you qualify for, how much you can take with the tenant, all counts in. Yeah.
I see. So with what you are saying, it means that the packages that you have are for Ghanaians and then Ghanaians living abroad.
Exactly.
Do you have packages for foreigners as well?
Yes. So we have packages for non-Ghanaian living in Ghana or non-Ghanaian non-residents. So as non-Ghanaian living in Ghana, if you are working in Ghana and you are more than 3 years in Ghana, you enjoy the same percentage as Ghanaian. So if you are in Ghana, you own a business in Ghana, you reside in Ghana, even though you are not a Ghanaian, you'll be able to acquire a property with us. We'll give you 80%. You only need to pay the 20% to the vendor. And then if you are a Ghanaian, non-living in Ghana, non-resident, let's say you are a US citizen living in the US, we are able to give you 50%.
How, with something like that, how do you take your monies from them? Like, what's the process? If, let's say, I'm a US citizen and I want to buy a property in Ghana and I live in the US and I want a mortgage, how do I go through that process?
Okay. So basically, it's just the same process as a Ghanaian non-resident, a Ghanaian living in the US. It's the same process as non-Ghanaian non-resident.
So you still bring the offer letter.
You need to get an offer letter from Ghana. You have to identify a property. I mean, sometimes you don't really identify a property. You can have it in.
So, for instance, if I come to the bank, I come to the FMB bank and I say, I haven't identified a property.
Okay.
but I want a mortgage. Are there times that you can give me suggestions to what, like who to go to, where I can find something that suits me?
So that's a good one. So we went with a lot of developers, almost every developers in Accra from one at that time. We work with them. So when you come and you give us your area of interest, your budgets, we are able to tell you, okay, go to Delta, go to Transaco, or go to Vision Homes for them to settle you. Yeah, we work, even agents, we can refer you to an agent who is listed on our portfolio that, okay, he has this property at this area for you and it's in your budget. So
okay, so it means you have agents listed on your portfolio.
yes.
How does that work? Because I'm interested in that. How does that work?
Okay, so there is a form, a registration form that they will take you through to become, a registered member of our agents
Okay.
who work with the bank
Okay.
with, commission.
I'll come and see you soon. All right. So before that's just by the way. Let's continue with what I was asking. When we say mortgage, I'm coming back again. For the
Okay.
people, for the layman, somebody who they've heard about mortgage, they don't know what it means. What would you say mortgages?
To me, as a Ghanaian, mortgage is just like rent to own through the bank. You get it?
Yes.
We individuals go and look for property and rent, but this time around, you are using the bank to do that. Okay, you are buying the property through the bank. You see, so the property is now the collateral, the same property. You don't need to bring any other property. The property you're buying is the collateral.
So it's just like you taking a loan.
The loan.
But this time to buy a house.
To buy a house.
Right.
And
guys.
mortgage is basically for a house.
A house. So yes. But I see. Do you do mortgages for cars?
Yes.
As well? Because I've seen one or two stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So we do homeowner mortgage. Okay. So we call it equity release. So someone who has a house and wants money for basically his children's education or invest in his business. Those who have houses, homeowners who want money for any other objectives like education or want to invest in their businesses can come with a house. We are able to give you up to 70% of the value of your property. So that money you can use it to invest in a business, buy a car, or do whatever you want to do with it. So far as you have the residential properties in your name, that can be used as a collateral. You are good to do that.
Okay. So now let's say I'm a nurse or a teacher, and I want to come for a mortgage with the bank. What is the process that I need to go through? How do I qualify to be able to get a mortgage? Because I get a lot of people like, oh, it's not for everybody. It's not for teachers. We cannot be part. Nurses cannot be part. Like, let me know who is qualified for a mortgage with your outfit and who is not qualified.
Okay. So far as you are working, you are in the working class age. Let's say from 18 to 50, 60, 18, we are in the range of working age in Ghana.
So your cutoff point is 60 years?
60 years for salary workers in Ghana. In Ghana, it's 60 years. So far as you are within that range, you can come and take mortgage and you are working, you have a good income, you can come for mortgage. And also for those outside Ghana, their retirement age is a bit higher than widows in Ghana, so they can also come. For a self-employed, somebody who owns their own businesses, they can go a little above 60 years in terms of tenure.
So what qualifies them? For instance, the nurse comes and says,
so we look at
in Ghana, let's say I'm a 30-year-old nurse. I've worked for 5 years.
Okay.
What qualifies me?
It's your income. We look at your income. That's through that we'll be able to determine whether you will be able to qualify or not.
Okay.
It's your income.
Let me take the scenario again. I'm a nurse.
Okay.
I'm 30 years.
Okay.
I've worked for 5 years with the Ghana Health Service.
Okay.
I earn 5,000 cedis. Can I take a mortgage?
You can actually take a mortgage. You can actually take a mortgage with your 5,000. You have a spouse. You can join your income with your spouse and you can take a mortgage from us.
What if I don't have a spouse?
we'll look at other options.
Like what? Does it mean that the 5,000 doesn't qualify me? If I earn 5,000 Ghana cedis, does it mean I'm not qualified?
Oh, you so far as you have 5,000 cedis that comes every month, we can't rule you out for not taking mortgage. It depends on the property price and where.
Okay, the property price informs also. So it's not just about your salary. The property
price also determine.
And then your age, how long you have before you need service and all that.
Exactly.
Okay. So you were saying that if, for instance, I want to buy a home, I need 20% of the money before, and then the bank can give me 80%. How does that work?
Okay, so it doesn't have to be you need to pay before you come to the bank. Okay, that 20% is not coming to the bank. You are paying the developer. So within the mortgage will take some few months, 2 to 3 months. It should be done with everything. We do searches for you, get your certificate done for you and those stuff. We do valuation and those stuff within the 3 months. You get it. So you're asking about the down payment, yeah. So with the down payment, the 20%, you are paying it to the developer. Okay, it's not to the bank. So you just give us a receipt that we have made the payment. So with the process, with the mortgage process, it will take 2 to 3 months to process your loan for you. Within that period, you can also work with 20% as well. Before we are able to disburse, you need to make the 20% to the vendor. And then you make some application fees and then registration fees. This application fee you are using to do the land commission searches and then the due diligence and then the evaluation of the property and everything. This application fee used to do that. The registration will be used to register your certificate for you. Within the life of the loan, we'll be able to register your property for you, your certificates with land commission using the registration fees.
Okay, so do you have specific properties that you give loan for? There's some property that you can just say, okay, for this property we are not able to give the loan for.
That would depend. It will depend on the nature of the property and then the area the property is. Some litigation areas, waterfront. I mean, basically, area that are owned by the government and those stuff, we don't really go near those areas. Yeah.
Let me ask again. So I have my 20%.
Okay.
I pay the developer or the homeowner.
Okay.
And then the bank is paying 80%. What percentage does it come with? Because it's a loan.
Yeah.
So, like, the bank is paying 80%. How much percentage? How much? Yes, interest. Sorry, not percentage. How much interest is the bank charging for?
So it depends on the income denomination you are taking. Are you taking dollar? If the person takes dollar and what's that will determine the rate.
So you don't have one interest rate.
We don't have one.
It varies.
Yes, everybody can come for mortgage at the bank, but we all have different rates.
So I see.
So sometimes we determine the rates based on your credit rating. Maybe you might have had some loan before and you defaulted. So we grant you loan this time around. We need to have some hedging, some level of margin on your rates to prevent that risk of you defaulting in the future again. So yeah, so that's what affects you to your rates as compared to somebody who has been very good with their credits.
I get that. Okay. So basically that's it, guys. All of you are qualified. So far as you're a salaried worker, or you have your own business and you have a good credit score. That's what you call it.
Yeah.
You have a good salary and whatever. You can go to the bank and speak to them and ask them more questions. Find out if you are qualified for a loan or for a mortgage. And of course, you have to make sure that before you do all of that, or while they are doing their due diligence regarding the house for you, you have at least 20% of the amount of the house that you want to buy. So that 20% has to come from your own pocket, and then the bank will now come up with 80% for you to pay off your mortgage. And of course, it comes with interest, but then the interest is determined by your salary, how much you are earning, what you are buying, and all that. I hope that I have answered most of your questions. If you have other questions, put them in the comments, and then when we come channel for the official video